day 2. I think I've got everything set. Day 2 of doing art. One day for 20 minutes every year. I'm Spec. Spec Odes is my handle. I am working to develop and grow in my art so that way I can produce things that I love and I enjoy. If you watched video 1, I made a dented orb that my daughter, 7-year-old daughter, says looks like a balloon. So we are making progress, I guess. I have these scrap pieces where I test out the markers after I I gotta start the timer. I have these scrap pieces that I test the markers out on, so that way I can get an idea of how it's gonna go. Instead of just throwing them away, I figured I could use them to write out the rules for what's going on here. So let's see how well this works here. All right. Rule 1. All right. All right, rule number 1, record at least 20 minutes every day and post it. No editing. Put that here next to the clock. 1, record 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes every day. No editing, just gotta post it straight to the YouTube and go from there. Rule 2. I'm forgetting rule 2 at the moment. We'll come back to that one. Maybe because rule 3 I feel like is more exciting. Rule 3. One subscriber. One subscriber equals 1 stick man. That's right. So if you subscribe, I will make a stick man, and I will have a wall of stick men. I already have 4. Yeah. So I need to use something that can hold the stickman. Let's see if I can do that. He's waving. And 1, 2, 3. They're just kind of standing at attention. Actually, let's have this guy back here. He's gonna be saluting. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 subscribers. I'm gonna put this, I have a wall here. I'm gonna put this on the wall. I'll add to it as I make more scrap paper. Instead of throwing them away, I'll just start putting them all together. It won't be, it won't make sense necessarily. We'll call it abstract art. How about? And so we'll put that there, put it on the wall. I can update you guys as time goes on, as day to day. I'll have to think about rule 2, see what it is. I bet it was the no editing. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. No editing, so that way you just go for it. You just get used to doing things over and over and over again and working on developing the craft of storytelling off the top of your head, consistently, non-stop, just continuing to develop and grow in this area. Perfect. Stick that there. We have our rules. Let me know in the comments if so something fun that Ryan does, and I recognize that I'm literally stealing his ideas, but I think it'll help me be consistent, which is what I really want. I want to be consistent. I want to do it every day. I want to be dedicated to this activity. And so I'm just literally snagging his main ideas and throwing them at this, and then once I get used to it, once I get going with it, I'll start to develop my own voice, my own ideas, and start to really bridge what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. So let me know in the comments if you like what's going on here, if we should do a Stickman of the Week as a shout out. I can even start naming the different stickmen as we get higher and higher. I'll start to do little scenes. I envision maybe a scene where old caveman style, where it's like playing out this whole thing, a whole little story. So we'll see how that goes. For now, for today, I was thinking about my first video, and I think I kind of missed the trick, or not the trick, but missed the start. I said a sphere or an orb is like the first thing you draw in art class, and it's like, wait a second, no, it's not. The first 3D object everybody draws is a cube. Yeah, that's what everybody does. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. I've already got my colors picked out, as you can see here. Felt like that would keep us going, keep us moving. That way you don't have to, wait for me to go through 15 different colors or shades of the same color to try and find out what I want. But what we're going to try and do is a cube on a plane, similar to the orb or the sphere. We're going to see if we can do a shadow. We're going to envision 2 points or 2 vanishing points. So that way the cube has, there's a bit of a horizon line, 2 vanishing points that we're going to draw to and sketch to. So that way we have an idea of where our cube is sitting in space. And so let's jump into it and see if we can get to the next level here on this cube. So we're going to start with the horizon line, wherever you want that to be, center of the page-ish. All right, cubes. Okay. I want to do partly above the horizon line, but mostly below. Then, because of the size of my paper, the vanishing points are going to be off the page, but that is totally okay. Some people, when they have smaller paper that they're working with, they like to get vellum or scrap paper to put underneath it, and then they'll be able to draw to that and just draw right off their page all the way to their vanishing point. All right, we got an edge here. also got to figure out where the light's coming from. You know, it's the upper corner here. I think yesterday I had it over here on the Orville. So I want it over here, which means it's hitting that face that we can't see. It would be, you know, if we could draw the back, the lines behind, could dash them, get an idea. So this face over here, back here. This one is hitting that side and up in the top. So these two faces we can't see. So we're gonna have a dark face here, a lighter face here, and then shadow. Edge. Should be like this. And that is all wrong. Erase those guidelines. So we won't need them. See, I also feel like it's farther back though. Like I want it to be farther back. So this. Yeah, because that's that. That edge. This edge. That's what it is. And then this edge along here. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna go with that. Looks good. Alright. Now I like to erase the lines a little bit so they don't stand out as much in the marker drawing. So, alright. It's gonna be an orange box. Oh, should I try and line work it? I'm gonna try and do my line work after. And then I want the rest of this to be blue. There we go. Let's see. I'm gonna try and keep this sort of sky rays coming out, so rounded, like this is where the sun is. And then marker. Definitely want the ground to be of a certain different texture. See, right now I'm just playing. See if it works, see if it's what I like. I also want to try and keep that circular thing going. I don't know, I've been thinking more about Monet and his style and what that could look like. And if that's going to be short strokes, if that blends more, if it's just hitting the right spots, all that would just take I think practice figuring it out how I want to, you know, do that. Bring back the lightest, kind of blend. Yeah. I think I'm just trying to go for like a texture. Like I just want it, I don't know, I don't want it to be exact. So part of the art that I also really enjoy is abstract art. Even though it's, you know, poking fun at it. There's a level of the art lends itself to the viewer, and it inhibits, no, it provides an avenue for what that person needs to be experiencing. I recognize that that's kind of artsy-fartsy talk, but I think there's benefit in having a piece be able to morph into what the viewer needs, being able to lend itself. What if I went over with the fat marker again? Can I blend with this, or is that too much? That might be too much. We're going with it. We're experimenting. We're figuring out what we like. Yeah. I like this texture, this aggressiveness there. That's interesting. Okay. Back to our cube. Alright, so overall orange. We got a little bit of shadow here. I think straight lines. Yeah, that's what it needs to be. Okay. Those strokes need to go with kind of like a wood grain in a sense. Needs to be able to find its way there. Oh, I need that light blue again. No, opposite of orange. Yeah, that's blue. Sorry, thinking about the color wheel again. If you're trying to create shadow, you can add the tone or add the color that is opposite of the color of the object itself, and then it will help provide shadow. But you need to do it light. If you do it too heavy, then it just, you know, looks like blue. And blue is such a harsh color in general. Let's see. That might work. Yep. That's gonna be what it is. Okay. Actually, that works really well, I think. We're gonna blend this really well so we can take those strokes back. Okay, that looks shadowy. Oh, that looks really good, actually. Okay, going to use this darker orange here as well. Build into that. Make that shadow even more shadowy. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. And I do like the sort of notion of shadow is also casting the color. Obviously that's not what shadow does. Shadow is like absence of light. But the combination there, I think, is really cool. Yeah, there's so much texture here. I really like this. This is turning out really well. Okay, let me see if we can add to this. Let's do some line work. That is green brush. Let's see, where's the black brush? We're gonna go straight black. I know I said I didn't want to do that, but that's what we're trying today. And we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna see if it is too abrupt or if it causes too much issue. But you gotta start somewhere, so we are doing it. Let's see if I can make this on fat lines. Okay. Actually, okay, let's do horizon line. Oh, yeah, there we go. A notion. Just a hint of a line. Same with the shadow. We don't need it. You know, line weights are also very important. It helps depict what's going on without being too aggressive. Like, obviously the box is there. You know that. It's thick. Arguably this center line here, because it's not an edge, should have been lighter. So that is potentially a mistake there. But those line works there, I think, look really good. I like this idea of what's going on here. Let me see if I can do. Okay, I saw this one guy try. After he would do his line work, he would outline in white to accentuate the item. So we are going to try that and see what happens. See if it looks good. See if it looks overdone. Maybe it will crisp it up. Maybe it will make it better. Again, we're just experimenting. We're going for it. Willing to try. There we go. It's not bad. Kind of like that. It's a little different. Okay. I think we're going to call it for today. I think I'm way past time. So let's sign this and we'll call it. There you have it. There's a cube. Going back to the basics, trying to figure out basic shapes, patterns, colors, textures, all that. Thanks for stopping by. See you tomorrow.